This is the plaintiff, James Montague. He says he was driving his car out of a parking lot and was stuck behind the plaintiff who was talking on her phone. He gave her a little courtesy honk, and the crazy lunatic gets out of her car cursing like a sailor, then punches his window. She then takes a glass grape jelly jar and hurls it at him, shattering his window. Needless to say, he called the cops, wants the plaintiff to pay for his damages, and says he'll never look at a grape jelly jar the same way again. He's suing for $500, the amount owed. This is the defendant, Danielle Barber. She says she was stuck in traffic, and the hot-headed plaintiff behind her was leaning on his horn like a crazed madman. When she was able to proceed, he followed her, flipped her off, and bumped into her car. She was 7 months pregnant at the time, was a little hormonal, and things got a little out of hand. The plaintiff provoked the whole incident. Now he's crying about it like a little baby? Oh, him. No way. She's accused of being a real smucker.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. James Montague, you are suing Danielle Barber for $500, $400 to fix your broken window, and $100 to replace 2 car seats that you say were in your back seat when she broke your back window. How did this happen?
Me and my friend Angela, we were driving. We were in a plaza. There was a yield sign, but it's your own lane to get out onto traffic. The defendant here was on her cell phone the whole time. I waited behind her.
In front of you?
In front of me and my friend. I waited behind her patiently for a good 3 to 5 minutes. Gave her a courtesy honk, like a honk honk, you can go. Gets out, right from there, that's where it starts
What's
happening.
a courtesy honk?
Like a small little short honk,
Like a
nothing
squeak
obnoxious.
honk as opposed to a lay on it with your palm honk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right from there, she gets out of the car, starts freaking out, and I start yelling back at her, like, you can go, you can go.
What was she saying?
She was cursing, she was swearing, this, all kinds of crazy things. She then proceeded to approach my vehicle. I rolled up my window, locked my doors, and she punched my window. Didn't break anything from there. She proceeded back to her vehicle, sat in the car, got back on her phone, proceeded to get onto the road. I got stuck behind her at the next light.
How many lanes are in this highway?
It was the one to get on from the yield and then 3 lanes.
So you could have chosen 4 lanes, but you chose the one right behind her?
There was too much traffic to get over to the next side. I was trying to get into the plaza down the road, so she just happened to end up in front of me traffic-wise.
Okay, because we now know she's insane.
Yes.
Right? Because she's screaming profanities and banging on your windows. So she needs a straitjacket. So why would you go behind her in traffic?
Like I said, it just happened to end up that way from...
Assuming that's how it happened. I'm just saying, from your description, if that's what really happened, your conclusion can only be she's insane.
Well,
Right. So that's when you let a few cars pass in front of you.
Well, at the next light, it turned green. Just continuing, she was still on her phone. She sat there. So she decides to go finally about 5 miles an hour. So the next plaza is where I was headed to. So I got off. I went into the plaza to get away from her. I even took the wrong way in, and I didn't even realize it because I was just trying to get away from her at that time. I actually get to where I was going to park. She follows me into the parking lot. She came from a totally different entrance that I came into. Follows me into the parking lot, parks like right in front of my car so I can't move. I see her. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? It's that same crazy lady. I put it in reverse, and I thought, maybe she would just stop it right there. If she didn't get me, she would go. No, she continually followed me around the parking lot for a good few minutes. I wanted to actually started to see if how long it would go for. It went on for about 5 to 8 minutes.
What are you doing while this is going on? Are you having any response with her?
I'm just watching her follow me along, follow me in the
Are you laughing or are you?
Yeah, a little bit because I'm thinking.
So that's
this
the
is
answer to my
crazy.
question. The answer to my question is that you don't see the potential danger in such a thing. You don't think that maybe she has a gun in her glove compartment and she's snapping.
Yeah.
You don't think that through.
Not at that time, no.
Okay, I want you,
No.
when you go home, to put in the words road rage. If I put in road rage and murder, that'll narrow down your search a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so go on.
I don't see her for a minute and a half, 2 minutes. I go to get out of my car. I see her come up. That's when I'm like, okay, this is it. I'm just going to leave. I see her pulling up. As I'm getting in my vehicle, she's getting out of her vehicle. I go to pull away, and then all I hear is a smash crash. I don't know what hit my vehicle at this time. I look back, I see I have a huge hole in my window.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like, what just happened?
So your back driver window was shattered?
My passenger window.
Your rear passenger window was shattered?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I have 2 little kids. My daughter's 4 and my son is 2 going on 3. I luckily didn't have my kids with me at the time, but if I did...
Oh my gosh.
They
if
would
your
have been...
kids were in there, would you have played these games?
No.
Okay.
No.
Go on.
Definitely not. But they would have been right in the line of fire. Glass went all over the back seat, all in the car seats and everything. I put my car in park. I get out of my vehicle. I'm yelling at her like, you're crazy. Why would you do this, that, the other? And I'm like getting down, trying to look at her license plate, trying to memorize it. She's putting it in reverse, tries to back out. And then I hear her put it in drive. And I'm like, okay, now she's probably going to try to run me over. So I run back to my vehicle. I get in it. She drives past me on the side. My friend's on the phone with the cops. I get behind her because I don't know if I should stay or follow her. What am I going to do? So as my friend's on the phone with the cops, I'm behind her, and I follow her down the road for maybe 5 blocks. Cops say, just pull over to the side. We'll send somebody out, and we'll go from there because I gave them the license plate number and everything. So I pull over. The officer comes. I give him my report, and that was pretty much it from there. Cops,
And they found her?
They found her about an hour later. The
So
cops
tell me
called
what happens.
Okay, so I was on my way home from work. I was coming out of the plaza. It's not a yield sign, it's a stop sign. So I was waiting for the traffic to clear so I could get out into the
Was it a
lane to
long
go
time or
straight.
no?
No, it really wasn't. So it was not a courtesy honk. It was a slam on his horn. He's laying on his horn behind me. So I got out of the car and I said, what is your problem? You can go.
Okay, what are you thinking?
It's your garden variety road rage, which ended when the defendant allegedly threw something at the plaintiff's windshield and smashed it. The plaintiff seems kind of jerky too. Let's listen.
I was upset. I was already upset. And I explained this to the police
What are you
officers.
thinking?
So I just said, what is your problem? Why are you
Why are you
honking
getting
at
out of
me?
the car? You don't know if he's a homicidal maniac?
No, I understand that, but I
You're
just wanted
pregnant,
to-
right?
Yes.
How pregnant are you?
I'm 8 months now.
Okay, so you don't just have to worry about yourself. You have to worry about your unborn baby. It's in your belly when you get out and go and chicken neck the guy. Right?
No.
That's tough, right?
And I agree. I totally agree. And
I agree, but
I
what'd you do?
admitted that I was wrong. I told the cops when they came to my house.
We haven't even begun to get to how wrong you were.
You know,
So you
so-
get out of the car.
Well, I didn't.
Do you
I just
bang on his
stepped
window like he
out.
says?
No, I said, what is your problem? Why are you
Did you
honking
come right
at
up
me?
to his window?
No, I opened my car door and
did what?
stepped out and leaned out and I was like, what is your problem? Why are you honking at me? And he's like, you can go, you can da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, I can't go, I'm waiting for traffic. So I got back in my car. Then after we pull off, he proceeds to follow me down the road, laying on his horn the whole entire time, flipping me off, laughing, him and his friend. And he thinks it's all a big joke. So then I slammed on my brakes. He tapped the back of my car.
Oh my goodness.
So I followed him into the shopping plaza. He's circling me. Him and the girl are laughing. They're flipping me off. They think it's all a big game. So to get him to stop the car, I got out and threw the jar. I didn't.
what?
It was a Welch's grape jelly jar.
You threw a grape jelly jar.
Yes.
It's not funny.
It's
you threw
what
a
I had
grape
in the
jelly
car.
jar at his car?
Yes.
So you throw a grape jelly jar at his car and create $500 worth of damage? I got to tell you, there's a police report, right?
Yeah, it's
You
a
speak
little...
to the cops, right?
Yep.
Yep. And when you speak to the cops, you tell them how he hit your car in traffic?
Yes.
Really? That's funny because the police report I looked at doesn't mention one word of that. Do you have a different police report?
No, I don't. But I told them that he bumped my car.
What are the odds that the cop would keep that out? She said she lost her temper and she threw a jelly jar at his car, breaking the rear passenger side window. She said it wasn't her intention to break the window. She just wanted him to stop. She said the male party was very angry and started coming towards her vehicle, so she got into it and she left the area. She was well aware they had called the police and even called her mother. Who called her mother?
I did.
Oh, that you did. Okay. To tell her what had happened. She wanted her mother aware so then when the police contacted her, she would provide them with Danielle's address. Out of curiosity, is that how it worked out or they just found your license plate?
The officer knew who I was. So he...
Knew you from what?
My boyfriend.
Come on up. Go ahead.
Yeah, the cop knew her because he knows me.
How does he know you?
Traffic tickets.
How many traffic tickets do you have?
A lot.
A lot.
How many's a lot? 5, 10, 20, 100?
No,
Like-
between
10 and 15.
10 to 15. And I was on the phone with her, and she.
You were on the phone with her?
I was on the phone
You
with her.
hear this stuff going on and you don't tell your woman to pull over and relax and let it
I
pass?
did, but
Oh, you
I
did?
was on the
Okay.
phone when she said, "I'm scared. He just hit me in the back and everything." And I told her to calm down. I did not tell her to do the jury job.
I don't believe you when you say she told you he just hit me in the back.
She did. She said that I'm upset, and I said, "Well, it's."
Right. So
I know how she is in the car with traffic.
Do
I
you? Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
She can't really stand to be, she doesn't like people that can't drive.
Meaning
You know what I
people
mean?
who cut her off.
Cut her off and then drive, whatever. I mean, he's like,
Does she have a bad temper otherwise?
I wish I was there.
Why? If you were
'Cause it
there,
wouldn't-
what
it wouldn't
would you have
happen.
done if you were there?
We wouldn't be in your courtroom, Your Honor.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So is it a defense to road rage that the person who broke the property was pregnant and hormonal?
I think so. Pregnant women are dangerous. Yeah.
Pregnant women may be dangerous. The question is it an excuse?
No, it's not an excuse.
Okay, so far a guy says it's not, a woman says it is, and there's nobody androgynous here, so I'm going to you.
That's not an excuse.
Not an excuse.
Good enough excuse.
Oh, it's a kind of an excuse.
It's kind of an excuse.
Oh, God. Going inside the courtroom.
What would you have done? Macho man?
I'm not a macho man, but he wouldn't have been flicking my girl and doing all that and following me.
Really? Let me
I
ask
don't
you a
think-
question. Because the first thing you should do
I don't
as a
think he would've
loving
followed
boyfriend
us.
and the father of the young, are you the father?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and the father of the child, the first thing you should do is tell her, calm down.
He was.
Right? That's what you should tell her. What were you telling her?
I told her to calm down. And honestly, I wasn't scared for her. I was scared for him because I know her. So I said, where's this guy?
Thanks.
I want to know why he was following her because
Y'all crazy.
No, he did tell me he told me to calm down. He was like,
What's
don't
wrong
follow
with
him.
you?
I do. I have temper problems.
Have you ever been to anger management?
No, but I was on medication before, but I can't take it because I'm pregnant. And my thing is that he pressed criminal charges.
Oh
and
yeah, what's going on with that? Did you get arrested that day?
No, they didn't arrest me. Well, first he told the cops that I was drinking Budweiser and I threw Budweiser bottles at him, but the guy knew that I was pregnant, so he knew that he wasn't telling the truth.
Well,
nobody drinks.
would that be the case?
Yeah,
that
no.
one thing means it can't be the other.
Yeah.
But, all right.
But so he came and he was like, Danielle, what happened? And
Did
I
they
told
find
him.
the jelly jar?
Yeah, I have.
Do you have a picture?
Yeah, I have pictures of it. At first, I didn't know what it was. It looked like a bottle of alcohol, but I
Right.
went back and took the pictures.
Listen to me. We've had a few laughs about this in here. I don't think it's that funny anymore to everybody. You have a criminal case pending, and what's going on with it?
We go to court. We were supposed to go yesterday, but I got the court dates mixed up. So I spoke to them this morning, and they said they rescheduled it for 4th. So basically, he was trying to take me to court for them, saying that I owe him $370. Then I get this other thing from small claims court saying he wants $500 for car seats that were in his car. There was no car seats. I don't know if he did it after.
Sure.
But there was
I'm
no
looking
car
at a car
seats.
seat. And
When I threw the stuff, there was
what did
nothing
you do?
in his
Birth
car.
a car seat? This is right at the scene. Show me receipts and estimates for everything you're saying.
I have a receipt here for the car seats, and then this receipt here is for the window from Safelight.
The theory on the car seats is what? You can't clean them off because
Well, it was all shattered glass. I did my best to get it out, but it's
no one's
always
gonna take
glass.
that risk with a baby. I'm sure
Yeah.
you wouldn't do that with your kids either.
And I didn't go and I didn't buy the most expensive car seats.
Yeah, but you don't
I-
get replacement value. You get the depreciated value of the item that got damaged. You're definitely paying for the repair of the glass. That's $378.67. And I'm going to order depreciated values of the car seats for an additional $53 for both of them. I'm going to figure a 50% depreciation.
I don't have kids. So.
You got a problem?
Not with you, Your Honor, I don't. Not with you. I don't see how, I understand she broke the window.
Who do you have a problem with? I'm
got a
going to
problem.
assume it's the lady next to you, not the guy on the other side.
No, I got a problem.
Who do you have a problem with?
I'm saying he started it, period. In the
Can I
discussion.
ask you a question? Honest to God, do you seriously not see that what she did was wrong?
No, I understand.
Did you think this was going to go any other way than it went?
She's a pregnant
Look
woman
at
driving
me.
by
Did you
herself.
think this? Because now I'm worried about the future of that child. Did you think, because now I got two crazy people, I got a problem. Do you really think that this case could have gone any other way than the way it went when she throws a grape jelly jar?
No.
Do you think that if you punched her in the mouth and told the court she started it, then a court would say, you're right, you started it? It doesn't matter who started it. Do you think I think he's some angel who's innocent? He's an idiot, a complete idiot, for pursuing it and laughing and doing this and everything else that you guys said. I don't believe he's innocent. I believe that he thought this was fun and then it turned out not to be fun. But that doesn't mean anything in terms of the legal liability in this case. As a thinking person, you have to know that. Done. Verdict for the plaintiff, $431.67.
Okay, so the defendant's leaving the courtroom right now. How you feeling coming out of the courtroom?
Well, I was pretty sure that I would have to pay for it. It's not that, but he maybe next time when he wants to taunt somebody on the road, he'll learn his lesson.
All right. Are you able to let this thing go now that it's all over with?
I don't know about him.
Yeah, I'm asking him. Are you able to? After what the judge said? I mean, he's not innocent.
I agree with whatever the judge says, but I got my own.
Okay. What'd you get those 20 tickets for? Speeding or what?
Yeah, sweet.
All right. Right around the corner, okay? This way. And come on in here. And so you win this case. What's going through your mind?
Well, next time I know not to be such an idiot, not to try to get on somebody's nerves, because something like this could happen. Road rage, it is serious. But next time, especially because I got kids, I got to make sure, got to keep them in mind all the time.
Okay, Harvey.
So here's the moral. No matter how pissed off you are, how jerky the other person is, you are crazy not to disengage on the road and just leave. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.